Today marks the 105th anniversary of the Armenian Genocide, and for the longest time, the Armenian Genocide was dubbed the Forgotten Genocide. But that is no longer the case. Genocide never again! Every year since 1965, the Armenian-American community has been seeking justice. For years, thousands come out onto the streets of Los Angeles to march for justice.
Armenia, united, will never be divided.
To raise awareness, to educate, to demand recognition of the 1.5 million Armenians who lost their lives during the genocide. This year, as a result of COVID-19, things will be different. Commemoration ceremonies, tributes, special programming will all be done virtually and on television.
You know, it's a shame for many reasons we can't get together in person this year to march, to gather, to commemorate, but also to reflect on the success that we just had, which so many in the diaspora have fought for decades.
The Ottoman Empire committed this grotesque crime against the Armenians. But their campaign of extermination failed. And above all, we will never forget, and we will never again be silenced.
The resolution is adopted.
In December of 2019, a historic move took place.
A historic moment for us as a nation that both chambers of U.S. Congress, the House of Representatives, and the Senate passed the Armenian Genocide Reaffirmation resolutions in a near unanimous fashion. So thereby, they put the U.S. on the right side of history.
Congressman Adam Schiff represents one of the largest populations of Armenians anywhere in the world.
Coming from my own background in the Jewish community that has experience with the Holocaust, it was a story I could well understand, and the pain of non-recognition I could also understand from those that would deny the Holocaust.
Senator Bob Menendez has spent years fighting for this recognition. This time around, he went before the Senate floor to seek unanimous consent. Not once, not twice, but 4 times.
New Jersey's home to a fair number of Armenians, and I have listened to their histories. My fiance is Armenian, and I have listened to her family's history.
They are still survivors of the genocide.
For Senator Menendez, this was also personal.
We'll be able to see that the Senate acknowledges what they went through.
Those who do not recognize the past are destined to relive it. Hitler said when he was pursuing the Holocaust, he was asked, aren't you think that this is going to be challenged? He said, who remembers the Armenians? Well, our answer is we remember the Armenians. We remember the 1.5 million lives lost. We remember the suffering that went through, and in fact, we have a moral obligation to do so.
Meanwhile, the Turkish government continues to refuse to recognize that a genocide took place. The White House just released a statement, did not use the term genocide. So what's next? Well, this year, undeniably, there is new energy in the air as a result of what transpired in Congress. Activism, education continues, of course. And so does this. This year, so much of the focus has been on the humanitarian side. In recognizing the hardships many are facing as a result of COVID-19, the Armenian-American community wants to pay it forward. So as a way to say thank you, the Armenian-American community is doing this. All to say thanks to the Americans, the frontline workers, the humanitarians with Near East Relief who came to rescue Armenians 100 years ago. Those American volunteers saved 132,000 Armenian orphans, in addition to establishing refugee camps and hospitals. We reported earlier this week that the Armenian Genocide Committee, the United Armenian Council of LA, and the Unified Young Armenians teamed up with Feeding America to distribute meals to Americans who are struggling today. The initial goal was to distribute 1.5 meals in memory of the 1.5 million victims. Well, I can happily report that they surpassed that goal. This nationwide campaign quickly gained momentum. Right now, they have received enough money for 3.6 million meals. The idea is to keep going. You can still donate. Just go to 1915neveragain.org. Just $1 can can pay for 10 meals.
That is absolutely great. And you know what? Those are such powerful images. They leave you speechless. They really do.